Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Welcome to my channel. Today, I want to take a few minutes to talk about probably the biggest game of the weekend coming up this weekend. Now, I know we have other games like the Bills and Chargers. The Dolphins are playing the Cowboys, and so on. So there's some big games, but there's not a game this weekend that's bigger than this one here. The New York Jets are hosting the Washington Commanders. This is a huge game. We all know this. The other games don't mean anything to us. And I'll tell you the reason why this game is so important to us. If you're a Jet fan, you already know this. At this point, our season is a wash. It's over. It's done. There's nothing to play for. Aaron Rodgers made a roster spot, which is very cool. He can practice with the team. He can be out there and give them a little bit of motivation, a little bit of positivity. But that's pretty much all. What we're doing today is we're playing for a draft position. Now, the Washington Commanders are 4-10. New York Jets are 5-9. So I'm not saying I hope the Jets lose. I always root for my team to win. Go Jets. But if they lose today, I'm going to have an extra beer at the end of the game because now we'll be tied with the Commanders at 5-10. They'll have a tiebreaker for us, which screws them because now they'll pick behind us in the draft. If it continues on that way, things can change. Jets can screw up and win the next two games. Washington can, and we can end up still behind them. But either way, this is an important game for us, very important. Let's hope the Jets kind of be smart, play hard. I know they're professionals. I know they don't want to go out there and just try to lose, but just don't feel bad if they do, Jet fans, because we need a top pick as we can, maybe 4, 5, somewhere in that area. I'd like to see it even higher, to be quite honest with you. I personally wouldn't mind if the Jets lost out the rest of the season. What's the point in winning? I'm not rooting for them to lose. I'm not saying that here to everybody that I'm rooting for the Jets to lose today. Believe me, I'm going to be rooting for my boys to win the ball game today. But if they lose, you know what? So what? So be it. Because we have a dire need for tackles, guards, everything in this upcoming draft. There's a couple of guys that I would like to see the Jets draft. We'll go over the draft later on at the end of the season when it gets close to that, or at least when we know what position we're in, draft-wise anyway. So Jets got to think about the future at this point. Aaron Rodgers has made it clear to us that he wants to play at least another couple of years, and we're assuming that's going to be a couple of years with the New York Jets. So good, but we have so many holes to fill if this team's going to be a threat to anybody, even the division, let alone the Super Bowl or anything like that. We need a solid number 2 wide receiver. And I know there's talk about Davante Adams and all this other stuff, but we don't even know if he wants to leave, if he can, if the Jets can afford it. What do we got to give up for this guy who's, I don't know how old he is. He's got to be approaching 30 if he's not in his low 30s. Still a great receiver, I get it. But we got to start thinking about the future, and we don't want to turn into a team that just grabs 35-year-olds, and that's how we're going to roll with it. We got a young nucleus of this team: Sauce, Garrett Wilson. We've got Breece Hall, so we got young guys. Let's kind of hopefully the Jets stick with that formula. But we do have to mix it in with some veteran tackle, or somebody out of the draft. Number 2 wide receiver, like I say, Davante will be great. Maybe we have another young guy behind him, or they're filling up the roster that way. That's what I'm hoping they're going to do. Their plan is anyways. But getting back to today, the Commanders will be starting Sam Howell today at quarterback. The Jets are going to be starting Trevor Siemian because apparently Zach is still in concussion protocol. If the kid has got a brain in his head at all left in there after the smashing he's taken this year, he'll just say he's got a concussion the rest of the season. Get the hell out of here and go start your career someplace else, because somebody else will pick him up. I guarantee that. He's not going to be out of a job. He's too young of a kid. He's got too much talent. Somebody can develop him. I believe that, and he'll end up somewhere else. So if he's smart, Zach, do me a favor. When you watch my video, stay out of the games. Just call it quits for the season. Tell them that you got a headache every Sunday, and they'll just kind of let you go. Siemian is our best chance of losing. Zach is probably our best chance of winning. So let's go with Trevor Siemian the rest of the season. What the hell? Why not? And so I think today, it's a home game for the Jets. I think it's going to be kind of a cloudy, a little bit mixed rain as the last forecast I saw. I don't know what it is right now. I didn't bother checking because what's the difference? I do think, though, that the Jets, I don't think they can win this game, and I'll tell you exactly why. Washington has no reason to play and win this game any more than we do, but I think the Jets' offense is just not going to be able to outscore them or do anything. The Washington defense is not as good as our defenses, that's for sure. Sam Howell and Trevor Siemian, they're probably both lower level of backup quarterbacks. I don't think one is better than the other. Howell maybe even better than Siemian, if I had to really say so. But I really don't think the Jets can win this ball game. I think it's going to be ugly. It's going to be slow. It's going to be low scoring. It's just going to be an ugly game. So if you're watching the game, just struggle through it. I'm going to probably have it on in the background, while I'm watching Christmas movies or doing anything else other than that. So I'll have it on one of my other TVs. I'll kind of listen to it, and I'll go in there and check periodically to see just how terrible it is. But anyway, I don't want to take too much time to talk about a game that's really, at the end of the day, is meaningless other than draft position. So I guess I'll make a prediction here. I think this is going to be ugly. Maybe Washington wins 16-10. Maybe they win 17-10, somewhere in that area. It's going to be ugly, and just try to get through it if you can. If you're a real diehard Jet fan like I am, I always watch the games, even though sometimes they're so pathetic and they're so embarrassing, especially if I have friends over. It's embarrassing to watch. So, but try to struggle through it, and we'll see what happens at the end of the day. And of course, I'll do a video Monday, after the game. It'll be Christmas Day. So, oh yeah, by the way, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Happy New Year that's coming up. Be safe. Stay healthy. Hang out at home if you can. If you want to go out, just be careful going out. There's a lot of nutcases out there. A lot of people forget that when you drink, driving is not a good idea. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Enjoy the Christmas. Enjoy the upcoming New Year. And I'll be talking to you soon. Enjoy the game. Bye now.